definitely a joy.
Hey everybody, Nomad here. I'm making some kill cones. So tomorrow we process the chickens. That video will come out. Obviously the time frame when I release stuff's gonna be off, but right now I'm making kill cones out of cardboard. So I got to thinking the other day, you know, obviously I got to make some kill cones. You order some stainless steel ones that will last you a lifetime. They cost 30 bucks a piece. I want to say apologize. One of my neighbors is shooting and another one of my neighbors is mowing. If everything's completely loud, I do apologize for the background noise. But anyway, like I said, you order a stainless steel kill cone. They're about 30 bucks. They're kind of pricey. You can make them out of 5-gallon buckets real easy, but I don't have I only have a few to deal with right now. I used to have more, but I've kind of lost them, broke them, and over the years I just don't have them. And truthfully, I was like, you know what? I want to try to make them out of a piece of cardboard. So this isn't typical cardboard. This is real thick stuff. It's almost like cardstock. You know, they use this stuff for various things. You can use them on, they call them slip sheets that cover pallets. It's like a thicker cardstock that is used for certain box applications or whatever. Anyway, it's not much thicker than regular cardboard, and I'm pretty positive just a regular old corrugated box, just a regular old cardboard box would work. And so I want to show you how I made what is going to be, I think, a pretty easy kill cone, and I can still also adjust it if necessary to get it for a smaller bird if necessary. And the reality is I have 30 birds, so if I make 3 of these things, I need to do 10 birds a piece. They're not going to be flopping around too much in there. I don't expect these, I imagine one of them could do 30 birds with no problem, especially since the blood will run down on the inside. You know, the cardboard is the most impervious, I get, not impervious, the most permeable along the edges. So if it's just running down the inside, I don't really expect there to be a lot of degradation of the material itself. So basically for free and the cost of a little bit of tape, a little duct tape, I think this is going to work. So I'm going to make a few of them just in case 1 or 2 break. I'll make a few extras. I've already got 2 made. I wanted to work through some of the process before I go into it. So here's what I figured out to be one of the easier ways to do it. Start off, and I've learned you just cut off a decent sized triangle at the bottom, about 4 inches, kind of in a isosceles triangle that's got even on the side, so close enough. About 4 inches off each corner. I'm just using a pair of utility scissors, nothing fancy. So this will be the top now. So when I go to fold it, that ends up being this area back here, so I can tack it into the cross fence over there in just a moment. So also to make it a little easier, I'm going to cut this corner off, because what's going to happen is I'm going to fold this. So what that does is it will reduce the amount of material on the inside. So I'm going to cut this one because this is going to be on the inside, and I'm only going to do about a 3-inch triangle on it, 3 inch on the bottom, about 4 inches on the top. So this is the shape that we now have. I mean, it's almost looking like a stop sign kind of, but anyhow. So all there is to it now is fold it over. Actually, I learned this a moment ago. Get the bottom piece of tape ready. If you want to take the bottoms first, set that right there. There you go. And then this one's for the top. I'll show you a cool trick. Ow, mosquito. Show you a cool trick for that. I'll just lay this one over here out of the way. And then we'll end up putting let go of me. Let go of me. We'll end up putting a third one around the middle. So all I'm doing, sliced in. So here's the shape of it again. This is going to roll to the inside. My 90-degree corner will be on the outside. I'm mainly focused right now on getting the bottom the size that I want. I've worked with enough of my chickens to know that I don't need more than about a 2-inch diameter hole down at the bottom. Most of my chickens are fairly small still. I've had some issues. I'm going to do a whole review of my first chicken, lessons learned, heartache, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm holding it down at the bottom now. It's almost like a hello kind of megaphone. Anyway, wrap that around the bottom right here so that it'll stay in place. You want to make sure that your tape touches back on itself. And for the one that I laid flat like this, sticky side up, you just flatten it where the put it down on it, roll it, bring it back to itself. Just Just kind of work it down real good. And now I'm going to put one more around the bottom just to make sure that it is nice and secure, because that's going to be the area where the chicken's going to be doing the most slopping. So I'm going to put another band around it, and it don't have to be pretty, because when I'm finished with this job, I'll put them in the burn pile. So now I've got a nice chicken cone, kill cone. This one may be a little narrower than this one, but I still have a good area in the back to be able to put a tack through to hold it up. The chicken's head I hang down here. You'll dispatch the chicken in a very humane way. Once we go through the process with our birds, we'll just throw these in the burn pile and burn them, so it'll be very sanitary. Don't have to worry about cleaning them up. And quite literally, I mean, I used a couple of, by the time I make 4 or 5 of them, I'll use a couple of feet of duct tape. So here they are set up on the fence. So you can see they're basically uniform. That one right there in the middle is probably, I think that was probably the first one I did. So it's not quite as uniform as the others. But anyway, these ought to work out really nice. And you can see just looking down them, actually this may have been the first one that I did. You can see how it has so much more cardboard on the inside compared to the others. But these things ought to work out nice. I'm out here by where we water the cow, so we'll be able to soak this ground really good, dilute that blood. It'll just drain into the ground. It'll be pretty sanitary out here away from the house. These kill cones, update on those are actually holding up really good. I did have to open the necks of them up a little bit because the birds couldn't drop quite far enough down. All right, so here's the final, what we did with the chicken kill cones. Here's the final update on them, or the whatever you want to call it. So they lasted. These heavy duty cardboard kill cones that I made out of cardboard and duct tape, they lasted for all 32 birds that we had, 33 birds actually. So very impressed with them. They did good. I mean, you can get your hands on some of that. Super easy to make. So again, go back, watch the video. Hope you liked it. Like, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. Thank you for joining me on this adventure, and I will see you on the next one.